everybody, my name is Melissa and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite forbidden / taboo romances. I love the romance genre, and especially if it's a dark, taboo, forbidden romance, sign me up for it. I'm here to read it. So I have a couple books to talk about, so let's go ahead and get started. The very first book I want to talk about is Stepfather, Dearest by Penelope Ward. This is a stepbrother / hate to love romance book, and it is full of steamy scenes. Greta's mom is married to Alec's dad, and Alec's dad and him don't really have a very good relationship. Something happens with his mom and he has to end up moving into his dad's house for about a year or so. During that time, Greta and him don't get along. He kind of picks on her, but she starts to kind of understand that there are more layers to this kind of bully persona that he is portraying. As soon as she gets to know him, he ends up having to actually leave, and she doesn't see him until tragedy strikes this family and he has to come back. This book is filled with so much taboo. It's, you know, if you don't like cheating, definitely, you know, stay away from this one. This book was a reread for me a couple months earlier, and I thoroughly enjoyed my reread and I really like this book. I do know that there is a companion novel to this one as well, following another character in this book, and that one is really good as well. So I highly suggest you check this book out. Welcome to the Dark Side by Gianna Darling is an age gap MC romance that I freaking loved. Zeus is the guy character, and he basically saves Louise's life when she's 7 years old. Due to what happens, she ends up finding out that she has cancer. He ends up going to jail, and she strikes a relationship with him through these letters while he's in jail. And he kind of like helps raise her through these letters, and it's actually just super sweet. He is a lot older than her, and at first I was kind of like, I don't know if I like this, but it ended up working out very well. By the time she's old enough, he's out of jail, and you kind of see this transformation of how she kind of wants to shed her good girl image and kind of do what she wants, you know, after surviving cancer and all of this. I love Zeus as a hero character, and he's kind of, you know, he's a bad guy, but he does good things, so it's kind of like this balance. Even with this big age gap between the two characters, I really enjoyed this book. It is so good, it's so well done, and I was thoroughly engrossed in the book the entire time and didn't put it down, and I think I read it in like a day or so. So definitely one to pick up, and you don't have to read the first book in the series if, you know, you just feel like picking this one up. The next book I want to talk about is actually a series. It's the Ghostbird series by C.L. Stone. This is the first book, Introductions, so I think this one might be free if you get it on Kindle, like the first book, and it's really short, it's really easy to get into. So this is the series that actually got me into the why choose kind of subgenre in romance books, and I really like it. So basically you're following a girl named Sang, and she ends up moving to this new town where she meets a group of guys, and they kind of like help her, and she starts growing and she becomes stronger. So I don't really want to give too much away about the series, but basically, you know, they're trying to keep her separate and from this academy that they are a part of, and she kind of starts learning more and more about it. And right now I think the series is 11 books in, but they're really good. I enjoyed this, and it's kind of like a mystery / you know, growing into yourself, you know, discovering who you are kind of story. This series is more YA based, definitely moves a lot slower, and her other series is more new adult, moves definitely a lot faster. But both are very good. I definitely suggest starting off with this one because they start intertwining. You see characters from the different series in some of the books, and yes, I just freaking love this series so much, and yes, read it. I love it. So the next book I want to talk about is actually another stepbrother romance, and that is Rival by Penelope Douglas. This is the second book in the Follow Away series. I definitely suggest you read the first book following Jared and Tate, but this one is very good in its own right. So this book follows Maddox and Fallon. They were step siblings, and something happens and she ends up getting sent away, and he ends up not really liking her. He blames her for a lot of things, and she ends up showing back into his life. So this book series is based around kind of like streetcar racing. There's a lot of references to really great music, and I love this. If you haven't read Bully, definitely read it and then get to this one and you will love it too. The very last book I want to talk about is Born Darkly by Trisha Wolfe. This is a very dark romance that has to do with a criminal psychologist that falls in love with her patient who is a convicted serial killer. Basically, this gave me Joker and Harley Quinn vibes, and I am totally down for that because I love their story. I really enjoyed this book. It kind of like dealt with a lot of mind games and different things like that. This book is really dark and it deals with, you know, obviously murder and things like that, so just be aware if you're kind of sensitive to those things, but if you're watching this video, you're probably not. So this book definitely kept me engrossed the entire time. I read it in about one sitting and I just could not stop reading it. I just wanted to like devour this book. I have the second one on my Kindle. I still need to get to it, but yeah, I'm very excited and I cannot wait. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching my favorite forbidden romance books. This is definitely one of my favorite tropes. I love forbidden romance, and the darker the better pretty much. But yeah, some of these are a little bit more lighthearted than others, but yes, I stand by all of these suggestions. I love them all. So if you've read any of these or if you have any thoughts or opinions on them, I would love to chat about them in the comments down below, and I hope you have a great day and happy reading. Bye!